All right, there she is. That's me, zombified. Kind of spooky, but kind of cool. And she is in a beautiful frame that I created with some black chalk paint and some dust of ages, my secret ingredient, to make it look old and spooky and scary. So today I'm going to show you how to zombify or vampify, if that's the right word for vampires, you or your entire family, and put those pictures in some spooky, scary Halloween frames. But before we do, I just want to welcome you to the YouTube channel for Revive Upcycled Heart, Upcycled Home. I'm Heidi, and it would mean the world to me if you could smash that like button and turn on notifications so you won't miss any more videos for me, because I love to bring you all sorts of DIY tutorials on how to decorate your home in both eco-friendly and budget-friendly ways. So without further ado, let's get painting and editing some zombies. Okay, head to the thrift store and grab some frames. Be sure to find some with great detail like this, because it will make it look older and better. This is one that I chose for my son's frame. And you will also need some Clean Slate by Amy Howard at Home. And then next you will need her Vintage Wood Mind Your Own beeswax. You will also want some black one-step paint. And then my secret ingredient, which is dust of ages. And then finally, a couple of chip brushes and a synthetic wedge brush. Okay, now it's time to paint your frame, but first we need to clean it and get all that thrift store grime, grease, and wax off of it. So put in some elbow grease, and if you need to, even use a toothbrush in all those nooks and crannies. Next, take your black one-step paint and make sure you shake it up really, really well, and then give it a good stir with a paint stick as well. And then go ahead and start painting, and make sure that you get in, again, all those nooks and crannies. And with black, you really only need one coat, but if you want to do two, that is cool too. Okay, next is time to put on our wax. So grab a cardboard piece, shake up that wax so you don't get just the juicy juice part, and then put a big dollop on your cardboard. And then grab your chip brush, dip it in the wax and offload it a little bit, and then again, put it in all the nooks and crannies and cover your piece 100%, because this is going to act as the quote-unquote glue for the dust portion in the next step. Once you're done applying it, wipe off any excess, and then you are going to let it come to tack, which means not fully dry, but dry enough that it's not slimy and it doesn't move between your fingers. So that usually takes about 15 minutes depending on the humidity in the room, so anywhere from 15 minutes to 25 minutes. Okay, next, once it has come to tack, take your dust of ages and your chip brush and just start applying some of the dust, again, to all those gorgeous nooks and crannies. Again, 100% coverage. And to use your chip brush to pounce that dust into all of the nooks and crannies. Again, I'm using that terminology a lot, but that's what you got to do. So you can see how I'm here. I'm just pouncing pretty hard into all those areas and making sure you get 100% coverage. Flip it over, wipe off any excess, and then take your chip brush and wipe off the dust from the top of the frame, and what it will do is leave the dust in all those nooks and crannies. Okay, time to zombify. Head over to picmonkey.com and you will want to upload a headshot of you and your family members, just like I did here. Make sure in the settings area in the bottom left-hand corner there, you want to uncheck that radio button that says align and snap to grid. It'll make your editing a lot easier. Okay, head on over to the left, go to themes, and scroll down till you see all the Halloween stuff, witches, demons, zombies, Day of the Dead. I picked zombies. And then you can start playing around. First of all, I made my picture a little bit bigger so it was easier to work with. And then I decided to zombify myself first with some zombie bruises, as you can see here. Just click and place it where you think it should go. And then the next thing I did was hit apply. Next is some yucky tooth decay. Apparently I haven't been to the dentist in a long time, and so I reset it down to 50% strength and then colored in my gross looking teeth there and then hit apply. Now it's time to add some makeup. I did some slashes on my head and put it up there on my forehead. You can minimize that and then go to the next one. I did some blood drops around my face, on my mouth, and there in the corner. And you can make that whatever size you want to. And then I minimize that, and you can see what's next. Ooh, some blood splatters. I put some on my hand, of course, because I'm going to be eating some flesh with my hands, I think, so that might make a little bit of sense. And then I minimize that. Ooh, the eyes. This was really fun. So I take an eye and drag it over and make it the size of my iris, and I play around with that a little bit, and then I Control-C, Control-V to make a copy of my left eye that I then put over on my right eye. You can play around with that a little bit to get it to fit your eyes just perfectly. Okay, I think that looks good. Now I'm going to go ahead and minimize that. And okay, now it's time to add my background. So I'm going to head over to Canva and pick out a blank template, and I will resize it to whatever size photo you want, either 5x7 or 8x10. You can see here resize, and then I'll just put in 5x7 and hit apply. Okay, then I'm going to go over to the left-hand nav bar and click on elements, and I'm going to type in Halloween backgrounds. Now there are free ones and there are paid ones. Since I am a paying Canva member, I picked one that is included in my membership, this kind of a spooky night scene here. I'm going to drop it onto my canvas. And then I'm going to add my picture that I did in the previous steps. So upload it, and then I'm going to pick that zombie picture of me and drag it over. And then you're just going to maximize it to the size that you want it. And now just ignore the background that you have right there. That's the chalkboard in my living room. I'm going to get rid of that in just a second. So make it the size you want, and then click on the photo, and you're going to go up to Edit Image there in the left-hand corner, and click Background Remover. I love this feature. And it's going to remove that chalkboard and just leave the outline of me in front of that scary looking sky. Okay, there you have it. You're going to download it, or you can Control Print Screen and paste into Word. But for a higher quality image, you will want to go ahead and download it. Okay, there's one of my son. I love that one. And then there's me. I changed to a moon background. And then there's my sweet husband with an orange moon in the background. And then I went ahead and put them in the frames and hung them on my Halloween gallery wall. Okay, I think that is it. I hope that you have fun with this with your family this Halloween. If you have pictures, be sure to take some and send them to me. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and happy Halloween.